I want to introduce you to somebody. Hello all, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 2. Fun fact, I had a crazy, not horrible, but just crazy week at work this week, so I did not edit Day 1 until today. But Day 1 is up, and we're all good to go. All that just to say that it is currently about 4 o'clock in the evening right now. David and I have another little fun festive activity that we're going, what do you call this? An activity? Event? David and I have something else that we're going to tonight downtown. I'm sure a lot of other places do this, but our town does what they call a Christmas Stroll. Essentially what it is just a way to gather and support small businesses downtown. I think our plan is to for sure go down there, have a little bit of something to eat and drink, but I would like to get down there sooner rather than later because it does get quite busy. I should put some makeup on and get ready for the evening. David is currently out in the living room taking a nap. He had a long day at work today, but that's okay because it usually takes me longer to get ready. To start off, I'm just using this e.l.f. what is this? Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. This stuff's pretty good. I like the putty primer that comes in like the jar as well. Is that what you call that, a jar? You know, e.l.f. has like a solid putty primer. I do like it, but I think I might like the solid one just a little bit better. So we'll just put that all over the face, and then I'll do some concealer and some foundation too. I'm just using a little, it's like a little sample size of the It by Under Eyes concealer. For foundation, I think I'm just gonna go with a little bit of my Estee Lauder Double Wear. And this stuff does like to come out fast, so like literally just a little bit. I've really found with my makeup as I get older that less is more. I typically don't find much of a need to do like a complete full face of makeup all the time, as I dot it all over my face, and probably one of the most full coverage foundations you can find out there, but that's neither here nor there. So there has been quite a bit going on in my life recently. I guess first and foremost and the most exciting news that I have is that I got engaged in mid-October. It was really kind of sweet. David just took me on a hike. It was really sweet. David just took me on a hike to a spot that we had been to before and had hired a photographer to meet/follow us up there. And obviously I didn't know anything about it, so we planned it secretly and then just had this photographer hike up into our destination as well. And then just to capture the moment when he popped the question, we took our engagement photos that same day. So I'll go in here and kind of put a little more foundation on those areas that I feel like I need a little more coverage. Another thing that David and I have been trying to do probably for a few months now is we were trying to see if we could buy a home. A few weeks ago we went under contract on a house, but unfortunately today, just today, we found out that we're not going to be able to purchase it anymore. That deal is off, and that's kind of a bummer because I'm really hoping to get out of this apartment that we're in specifically. I don't know if I've ever really told you guys about this. The housing market right now, the area that I live in, the market is still fairly competitive. It's definitely not like what it was during and then shortly after the pandemic. It's definitely gotten better since then. It's just the kind of thing that we had put bids in on numerous houses and been outbid, and then we finally got this one and it seemed like everything was going okay, and then for other reasons the sale just fell through, which is really disappointing and really kind of discouraging for us. So we talked today and we're gonna take a break from looking for a house to own, but we will continue to rent, probably just in a different location. Where we're at right now, it's not ideal. When we moved in here, even the rental market in our town was super competitive. There was not a lot available. I got this one because I had rented from the gal before. The more unfortunate part is we couldn't be very selective. So what we're in right now is a basement apartment, and it worked for the time being, but now with us being in here over a year, we're just really ready to move on. Move to something maybe a little more updated if we can. Definitely something above ground. That's where we're at with that. And then on top of all of that, I have potential job changes going on. Probably can't give you too many details about that one. All I can tell you is I'm not leaving my current daytime job, not leaving the specialty that I'm in or anything like that. There's just some changes happening that could potentially change in what my day-to-day work looks like. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated as soon as I find out more and make more decisions about it. But I probably won't have more answers about that until sometime next year. I think, should I try to put on something a little sparkly on my eyes? I thought I had like a little single eyeshadow that was pretty sparkly. And I can't imagine I would have gotten rid of it because I loved that thing. Well, I can definitely track something down. So I have this Norvina palette. This thing's got some sparkles in it. I'll probably just use this lighter one in here. It's called Dreamer. It's like the lightest shimmery color that they have in here. So I'll just pat that on my lids here. And then I'm just going to try to darken up the crease a little bit here too. So in my video yesterday, I tried these new wireless lav mics because I really want to get a mic that I can walk around, don't have to be near my camera, and I can talk to my camera and my microphone won't be trying to pick up everything else in the room, including me. So I bought those lav mics and gave them a try. They were just these super inexpensive lav mics that I had found on Amazon. And I wasn't too crazy about the audio going along as I was checking the audio as I was going along filming. So I was like, whatever, I'll give it a try. We'll try it out in public, we'll try it at home, see if I like it in any situation. Turns out I did not like those mics at all. They were not really up to my standards, so I'm just gonna stick with that the shotgun mic that I have on top of my cameras for now. And then we'll upgrade when the time comes. For microphones, I really have to try to not skimp out on the microphones and the audio quality in my videos. I'm just going to run a darker brown right along my lash line here, just because I went with a little bit of a smokier eye tonight. And then I'm gonna line my upper lash line here with some liquid eyeliner. I'm just gonna use my trusty old Physicians Formula Eye Booster that I like so much. This one's starting to get a little dry though. I'm overdue for an Ulta run, that's for sure. I'm not gonna go crazy and do a wing or anything. I'm just gonna line my lash line here just with like the thinnest line possible. There, that'll work. Next I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. I've been really liking this new mascara from CoverGirl. It's their Lash Blast Cleantopia mascara. I've been liking how it makes my lashes look. I will say I do notice a little bit of smudging right underneath my eye, especially towards the end of the day when I get home from work. Nothing too crazy though that I've experienced, so I've been liking it and enjoying it. I like how it applies and I like how it looks on my lashes. So how was your guys' Thanksgiving? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? I actually had a patient come in this week. I asked them how their Thanksgiving was and they said they didn't celebrate Thanksgiving. So do you guys celebrate it? Do you not celebrate it? We had a little small get together for Thanksgiving this year. We went to my cousin's house. She lives in a different town just south of us here. It's about an hour south of us. So we were guests at her house this year. It was kind of nice because, you know, you could just go be there, be present, help clean up a little bit, and then go home. Look at the difference in my eyelashes already. Yeah, I really like this stuff. And then there's 2 eyelashes done. Beautiful. I'm just gonna bronze up a little bit here. Have you guys seen that we've all apparently been putting our contour on too high? I heard that you're supposed to, oh gosh, what was it? It was like from your tragus to the corner of your mouth, and then it was supposed to stop. I can't remember where it was supposed to stop. I'll have to look it up again, but it's like you're supposed to apply it like way down here rather than up here directly under your cheekbone like I have always been doing my whole entire makeup applying life. And then I still apply bronzer under my jaw and then down my neck because I convince myself that it'll give me a jawline. In actuality, it probably just gives me a makeup beard. I don't know. I think it looks okay. I am by no means a makeup expert, but I think I do a pretty good job. And then I'm just applying some highlight here just with a little fan brush. Do people use fan brushes anymore? Probably not, because I'm getting to that point in my life where I am irrelevant. Straight down the middle of my face. Boom. I'm putting a a little bit of blush on as well. And then for lipstick tonight, I'm just going to use this Revlon lipstick. It's in Bare It All. And that's what it looks like. It's just like a little nudie color. And this one is in their cream formula. And then I've tried to start doing this step in between when I apply my foundation and my powder products, but I forgot to do it, so I'm just going to do it right now. I'm just going to set my makeup with some of my NYX setting powder. Perfect. And then there is my makeup for the night. It's probably getting pretty late, so I'm gonna run some what I call lazy girl curls through my hair, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna wear tonight. Lazy girl curls are in. I know that this shirt here is kind of a repeat, but I feel like it didn't really get all of its full glory last weekend because I wore a jacket and then we immediately went home because we were a little chilly. Nice little green sweater here, a little polka dot, and it's see-through on the arm there. Black jeans and then just some black boots. There's David's fit. You know, if you did that with the new iOS, you'd get lasers. When you do this, you get lasers now.
On video or on Skype?
Yeah, I should show you. Amanda and I were on FaceTime messing around with it today. If you do this, you get balloons. If you do this, you get confetti. We're not on a Mac product right now, so it won't do that. I do not know how much I say will be able to, but really what I mean is I don't know how much I'll want to talk at the camera down there tonight. I get too shy in public. I feel like we've been over this all the time. First, I'm gonna make him head to a little craft cocktail bar downtown, and I'll show you what we get. But if I decide to be shy and not talk to the camera, I'll definitely put little captions on what kind of drinks we get. 4:51 now, we're headed out. We'll see you downtown.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay.
David's sending pictures of the menu to his mom. We made it to the end bar, that craft cocktail bar that I told you about. We just ordered our drinks and then a little bit of food. I'll show you what we got when it gets here. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump in here, do a little voiceover. We had some people sit next to us, so of course I got a little too shy, but these are our drinks that we ordered here. This one is mine. It was called a cranberry gin sour. It had spotted bear gin in it, cranberry simple syrup, lime, egg whites, obviously is that foam on top, and then cranberry juice. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was a nice little cocktail for me to enjoy. And then David had what was called a dark peach Manhattan. So this had sudden wisdom rye in it, smoked peach puree, activated charcoal, something called Averna, and then bitters. He told me it was really strong, so I had to try it, and yes, it was super strong. Too strong for me, but he seemed to enjoy it. He likes things peach and whiskey. And then we did end up getting what they called a snackootery plate here for us to snack on. We heard there's a polar plunge, so we're gonna go. Well, there is a polar plunge, so we're gonna go try to find it. We did make our way over to the polar plunge. Here you can see the pool. As we were walking up, that guy on stage was saying that you could buy bags of ice. Well, why could you buy bags of ice? To dump in the pool there. The proceeds went towards Special Olympics. So David and I were like, yes, we will buy 2 bags of ice, please. And the fun part is we went over there and they asked me if I wanted to go and dump the bags in the pool. And I was like, yeah, I'll go dump those bags in the pool. So that's me doing that right there. And then they told us that they were about to set a record for the most bags of ice sold, so David and I went over there and bought 2 more bags and dumped those into the pool there as well. So super fun experience here. I'll let you guys watch and take a look at all the footage I got of people jumping in the pool. It was really rapid fire, so just rapid fire polar plunge here. People were lining up just to jump in the pool. People had lots of fun with it. They dressed up all kinds of costumes, and yeah, it was really fun to watch and see. Everybody there was having just a good old time.
Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah, there's room at the table for big and for small. All the fire is popping, the chestnuts are cracking, yeah.
David's still hungry, so I think we might stop into this little Irish bar here and grab some more food.
Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep.
Oh, you see yourself? Ooh, it might be a little busy. See anything at the bar? You want to go sit up there?
You want to grab a drink? Or?
Sure, let's do it.
Merry Christmas, baby.
You don't like it, do you?
Christmas, baby.
What are you reaching for?
I'm reaching out here to get my hand in the thing.
That's pretty good. I've never had the fries before. They're good. Oh, it's hot in the bottom? Okay. We might have to finish mine. We made it back home. First things first is to get out of these clothes and change into some PJs. Do you think I could do one of those cool transitions where you change into your new clothes? Okay, I've got it. Let's give it a try here. Ready? Here we go. Did it look good? Only time will tell. Next step is to take off the makeup. You know, I've been a lot better about wearing hair clips and not using these little rubber bands. I don't know where any of the hair clips are at right now. Well, the Christmas stroll was fun. There weren't as many shops or small businesses open as I thought there would be. I mean, obviously there were restaurants, bars, things like that, as you could see. Not a lot of shopping to be done that I could see, which kind of would have been nice to at least go and look around. But David and I had a good time. He's gonna go to bed here because he actually has to work in the morning. And then my plan is to start editing this video because I won't have much time to do it tomorrow. So I will say, with what we're doing tomorrow, I won't spoil it. I will say, because of what I'm doing tomorrow, the vlog that I'll be uploading on Sunday will most likely be a little late. Hopefully not too late. I would expect it sometime in the afternoon or evening on Sunday. I gotta come out here to get my cordobomb and we'll let David go to sleep. Let me set up in the kitchen. Excuse the noise from the dryer, which apparently David started. I found my cordobomb so I could put it on. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff that I got tonight at the Christmas stroll. I always worry that I didn't get enough footage. Then usually by the time I put it together, it's pretty decent. But before I go tonight, you guys, I want to introduce you to somebody. They're relatively new in my life. We're still getting to know each other, but I'd like to take you along on our journey together. So let me introduce you to them. Guys, I would like to introduce you to Reginald. He goes by Reggie for short. This is my sourdough starter, and he's smelling pretty hungry, which means I underfed him this morning, right? And look at how liquidy he is too. Like, he's so liquidy right now, and I make his batter pretty thick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed him, and I think I'm gonna move him into a smaller jar than this until he gets behaving a little bit. I have baked a few loaves of bread with him, and then he just kind of tuckered out. So I think I'm just struggling to keep him happy right now, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm currently messing around with some feeding ratios. I did a 1-to-1 feeding this morning, hoping that he would rise quickly and that I could bake with him today. That didn't happen. He just became super liquidy and smelled like nail polish remover before I could even bake with him, or before he even rose. He probably only rose like that much this morning, maybe a quarter of what he should have rose. I'm gonna feed him. I'll show you how I feed him here. First things first, I have some filtered room temperature water. I'm just gonna fill that guy up and then microwave this for like 15-20 seconds just to warm it up a little bit. And then I've got a little stale here. I'm just gonna put him in a smaller vessel and do smaller feedings until I feel like this is a lot of starter to work with and maintain for a starter that isn't really up and going yet. So because I'm having trouble with him, I'm just gonna stick to smaller feedings for now. I'm gonna do a small feeding tonight, put it on the scale. I think I'm gonna do a 1-to-2 again tonight. So we have the scale zeroed out. I'm gonna do 10 grams of my sourdough starter. Okay, that ended up being like 12. We'll just do 24 and 24 of each of these. I'm gonna do 24 ounces of unbleached bread flour. I've been thinking I might mix up his flour, what type of flour I'm feeding him to. I'll do 20 to 24 grams of water. He's pretty watery, so I might go a little less and then just add some more if I need it. So let's try that. And then we're just gonna mix this up really well. And I'm gonna need a little more water. So I'll probably add like a total of 24. So 5 more grams here. Okay, that'll work. And I'm kind of worried about Reginald, you guys, because I don't want to give up on him. I'm coming up, well, it's been a little over a month since I started him, and I feel like I've come too far for him to start misbehaving himself, so I just want him to behave and be a good starter, which he was, and he has been, and he made some pretty decent loaves of bread. So that's about how thick he is. So there we go. That's what he's looking like. He's just a little small sampling. That's about how thick he is. I can turn him upside down. He's all tucked in for the night, and I'll see how he's doing in the morning. And with that, you guys, I am going to say good night. I'm gonna edit a little bit while David's trying to go to bed. If you ran across this video and this is the first one of mine you've seen, welcome. And go check out Vlogmas Day 1, because I do have one uploaded already. I hope you enjoyed tonight. We definitely have a very eventful day tomorrow, so I hope you'll tune in for Vlogmas Day 3. But like I said, it might be a little bit late being uploaded on Sunday, but it'll be up as soon as possible. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.